Welcome back to Finance News. We've had our mince pies, we've ate our turkeys, and now we're looking to start 2022 off with a bang. And boy, has it already been an interesting week in the markets and in the world of business and finance. Let's get straight into the headlines before we look at the markets, the fails, and the best memes from Wallstreetbets. First up, Tesla goes to the moon in the UK. The electric car maker becomes the #1 car brand for new car sales in the country, making up 9% of the overall market in December. The EV company reported record deliveries for its final financial quarter last week, causing the share price to soar on the stock market. The company beat all of the Wall Street analysts' targets, causing the Twitter sphere and Reddit users to lose their minds and send rocket emojis all over the place. In the UK, Tesla car sales for December beat the previous leader Volkswagen, who managed an 8% share. Petrol cars still, however, remain massively popular with 46% market share of new cars sold. But electric and hybrid cars are expected to continue their growth as the UK shuts doors on the new petrol and diesel vehicles from 2030. Now, the only issue is trying to find somewhere to charge the things. Bloomberg reports that inflation is coming for your sausage roll. The hard-hitting news service reported this week that the publicly listed bakery chain Greggs is increasing its prices of popular products. Price increases across the board are expected to be 5 to 10%, meaning that the average products will cost just a few pence more. The announcement from the company has come in response to the rising costs of raw ingredients and labour, with a spokesperson confirming the company does absorb some of the costs but has put up prices by about 5 to 10 pence across the range. This news follows on from the record inflation figures that were reported by the Bank of England earlier, saying that inflation could hit the dizzying heights of nearly 6%, which is nearly 3 times greater than the target rate of 2% per year. Speaking of food, these transitions are getting so good now. Apple has become the first company in the world to hit the market cap of over $3 trillion. The technology giant has increased its total market value in just over a year from the $2 trillion mark, delivering record sales numbers and showing the world how much of a cash printing machine it really is. Last year's revenue showed over $350 billion worth of sales, of which half were made up iPhone sales, which continue to dominate the market for the company. While products like services business remain fast growing, taking up 19% of the total revenue. Now the big question always remains, what are they going to do with all of that cash? Sausage rolls, anyone? Sticking to the US, more news out of the Fed this week caused a huge sell-off in the markets, which even the large cap stocks weren't immune from. Chairman of the Fed and long-term money printer Jerome Powell might be looking to increase interest rates faster than expected to curb the massive spike in inflation and also deal with America's tight labour market. Minutes released this week from a Fed Reserve meeting spooked the markets and prompted all major indices to sell off, including big losses from popular growth stocks yet to turn a profit. Traders put the chances of a rate rise at central bank's March meeting at about 80%. The minutes also noted near record rates of resignations and job vacancies across the US, which is facing the highest levels of price growth in decades. A majority of policymakers expect 3 rate rises this year. I'll raise my phone, turn on the flashlight, and say a few words for the dollar printer. Thanks for the ride, it's been a blast. Now back to value investing. Actually looking at company fundamentals. What are those again? Also in the world of US regulators, the SEC has just hired a senior advisor to look into the oversight of the cryptocurrency market. Gary Gensler, the chair of the Security and Exchange Commission, the body responsible for monetary policy in the States, similar to the FCA here in the UK, has made several new hires in his bid to put some protections in place in the wild west of cryptocurrency. The new hire is former Senate staffer Corey Freyer to advise on matters relating to cryptocurrencies and digital assets. Just before his appointment, Freyer worked on the US Senate Committee on Banking, Housing and Urban Affairs. His new role was announced alongside 3 new SEC hires to the executive staff: Phil Havenstein, Jennifer Songer and Jorge Tenreiro. Back here in the UK, several more interesting bits of news from the headlines this week. Lord Alan Sugar has reportedly paid himself £390 million last year. That's not too bad at all, nice work if you can get it. But that doesn't even make him the highest paid boss in the UK. That crown goes to Denise Coates, the joint CEO of Bet365, after her package reached £469 million for the year. Between them, they could each buy a brand new Tesla, head to their nearest Greggs drive-thru, and do that a few thousand times in a row. Let's go. Hornby, the UK manufacturer famous for producing Meccano, Scalextrics and model railways, has seen its share price rise this week after it announced that Henry Deserte had joined the company as a non-exec director. The model maker has seen its shares rally over the last 5 years more than 80%, also saw a jump in their share price this week after the news was announced. Henry is famous for being an alumnus of the venture capital company Y Combinator and for also creating and selling company Look After My Bills, which was acquired by GoCompare. Shares now trade at 55p and are up 36% just in the last week alone. And finally, for our good news story of the week, because inflation and the stock market can get a little bleak at times, take a look at this hero who's run all of Glasgow's streets. That's over 6,100 streets since he started the feat during lockdown in 2020. Michael Shanks, who's a modern studies teacher, was inspired by Ricky Gates, who did the same in San Francisco in 2018. He did unfortunately travel down the same street quite a few times, got lost, and said that cul-de-sacs were a nightmare. But hey, nice work anyway, Michael. Now, come down here to Manchester and let's do the M60 together. Now time to look at fails of the week. Just when you think it couldn't get any worse, fails of the week. No Santa rally for the crypto market, I'm afraid, or any sign of the downturn stopping anytime soon. The digital asset class is down massively since the start of the year, as uncertainty, fear, and the Fed caused panic sell-offs and liquidations of leverage positions. As of filming, Bitcoin and Ethereum, the two largest assets in the crypto world, have fallen over 8% and 11% respectively. Bitcoin is trading currently at just under $43,000 and Ethereum is down at $3,400. Bitcoin may also come under pressure due to an internet shutdown in Kazakhstan on Wednesday, triggered by protests over soaring fuel prices. Kazakhstan has become a major center of Bitcoin mining following a ban on mining in China.
It's nice.
Now onto your favorite memes of the week. Welcome to the best of the bets. Firstly, a warning to investors about tapering their expectations when it comes to options trading. It's most certainly not a winning formula. Up next, this trader shows off his diamond hands with his GameStop holding in his portfolio. Don't worry, he's only down 583k. He'll probably need to start borrowing some money from his wife's boyfriend at this rate. The new year is always a good time to reflect on what you've achieved and start the new year fresh with a balance of 0. Thanks for the reminder, Gentleman Frog. We do salute you. And finally, let me leave you with this absolute gem of a video. Nothing but respect to this guy with this level of confidence. At least if you lose lots of money trading in the last month of the year, you can always say it's for tax loss harvesting, right? And on that note, thanks for watching. Please drop me a like if you've enjoyed the video, subscribe for many more, and finance news will return the same time next week. Happy investing.